Welcome to a quick overview of the Vanguard Vancouver website. We're going to go take you quickly through a few of the sections, one being the home, and then we're going to dive into the hardware section. The home where you landing page gives you a quick summary of the 5 branches and of the different sections that we have under the Vanguard umbrella. You can either dive into them via the icons here, or you can do it from the drop down at the top. A little further down on this page gives us the brands that we carry and also the brands that we represent. So Silver Pin, Gold Pin, Vanguard, VGD, and Von Arch is our brand. And we also represent some of the US brands and Italian-made brands below here, which you can see. There's a small write-up about who we are, what we are. Going to take us back to the top of the page, and we're just going to dive right into the hardware section. That's where you guys probably want to get and see how this operates. The hardware section here is broken up. Again, the top banner is always going to be the same. There's going to be a picture that you can see behind in the top section, and that sometimes has to do with what we have. And this is pretty proud because this is a the bridge at up in Squamish called the Sky Pilot. And some of the components on here, Gold Pin being one of them, has been used in it, and we're pretty proud of that. If we go down here, it's broken into 3 components in here. The top one here is new products. If you click on the new products, it'll take you to the section that just highlights some of the new things, and they'll sort of list out here below. The center part here, we put everything into one spot here. It's an interactive, and that's the calculator. So if I click on here, going to take us to a calculator page, and what that gives you is we have a rigging section where you can do grade 80 steel, slings or grade 100 slings, and if you click on it, it'll take you down, and that kind of gives you an idea of what you're looking at. It's an interactive. You can put the length of the sling in, and basically it calculates all the components that you'll need. You still will have to give us a call because we want to be able to give you guys a correct pricing of the current setup. But here it at least gives you the name, like the description of what the sling is called, what the components, how many of each is, and then on the side a little picture of what it looks like. So an SOS, for example, that's what it looked like. These are the components that go under. And up here in the yellow, this is the interaction part. You can put in 10 feet, and that's what you're going to get. And then a little bit further down, this is again for 930 seconds. If you look at the bottom tab, it shows 930 seconds. If you click on the 3/8, it'll load the 3/8 and so on. This is for the grade 80. If you go back to the top, you can see here we have also one for grade 100. You click that, it'll take you down to that section. If you go a little further down underneath each one, it'll give you quickly a description of how each of them are listed. This is typically on here. So the grade, the size of the chain, the length of the feet, and everything that goes along with it. And then to the right of it, this gives you typically what you can see in a section, and here's how you lay it out. Pretty straightforward. Go back up to the top, then there's a steel calculator and also a force, pressure, and depending on what you are. So I'm going to click back again to go back to the hardware section. If you're running into a problem with the viewer of PDFs and stuff, this one gives you a quick idea on the right-hand side of what you are. Please also, we are constantly updating the website. So every once in a while, and this doesn't only go with Vanguard, but hitting Control F5 will actually refresh it, not from your cache, but from the actual website, and that will reload everything that is new. So I'm going to roll down here. Now we have done this, and it's constantly being updated as we go along, but there is a search function here. If you know the Vanguard code, you can punch the code in, and I'll just do that, for example, of a 29020032, so it's a 1/2-inch Gold Pin shackle. It will then tell you which catalog it'll be under. And if there's multiple places in different catalogs, that's how you can bring it up. So this is a nifty, like, speeding up the process. Let's say if you don't know, you got a code that somebody gave you, and you now want to find out where it is, that's helpful too. You can also write in Shackle, and it'll scroll in and brings up everything that has a shackle or the word shackle in. So of course there's a Shackle block. Grade 80 has Shackle components in there in the description. So this just gives you an idea, and then visually you can see which one you want. You click on it and it'll take you there. Or you can do it the old school, because we got a bunch of people that still do it that way. You can roll down. We've kept them pretty visual so you can see what the product looks like. It's in alphabetical order, so blocks, obviously B for the blocks, and then you can go C, cable, and down. And then you can just see them how they're laid out here. Now, what we've done is we've condensed everything into each booklet area. So beforehand we had stuff below, now we've put it all into that section. So you may not need to open the actual catalog, you may just want some information from it. So what I'm going to do is, let's take you to the Shackle, since we use Shackle, and if I click on the icon, it's going to take you to that page. On that page is going to give you a lot of information. First of all, if you just want the catalog, all you do is you can click in here and it'll take you straight to the catalog PDF, and you can scroll through that to find your information that you need. Now, and click back out here. There's a bottom banner here. This is the did you know kind of thing. And there's certain things that might be relevant, but you may not have known. For example, in here, it would say cold temperature. So the ratings for the gold pin shackle, and that might be something that you didn't know. On the right-hand side, there's always going to be a menu to this side to take you to different sections. So for example, here we've got videos on the shackles. You click on that, it'll take you to the video section. And here you can quickly click on, say, okay, well, what's the highlights here? So here's quickly a highlight of the Shackle. You can take you through that. Once you've done it, you're good. You can go back to the top. So here's another things that we've added here, a conversion chart or crossover. This basically gives you the shackles. Okay, so anchor shackle for Vanguard's 2902, Crosby's a G209, CM, and Van B. So we're just highlighting the top end shackles and what the Vanguard one coincides with. And then again below here, so theater shackles, that's something that we have. So that will kind of pop up in the menu section tonight. I'm going to back out again, just show you. For example, if I go into the grade 80, same kind of process goes down. We have here an indication of the sling calculator, so that will take you to that page. However, there's some other useful stuff in here. Again, the catalog itself is there, so if you need to get specific information, you can just go straight to there. Or if you're looking for, oh, I never knew there was any videos on this, this will take you down to the video section. From the video section, then you can go back with the back button up to the top. For example, grade 80 swivels, we've added that section into it, so here gives you a quick listing down of that. Because it isn't in the hard copy that we have, these kind of come in as secondary ones, and you can sort of see on these things. Again, there might be a video to go with it, along with some descriptions of these things. Bottom right here can take you back to the top again, and one more click, take you back out. So that basically gives you an idea of the layout of the catalog. We have got a button here, so that's the hardware correction. That gives you an in-depth of if you have a hardware, a hard copy. Now you can see if there was any errors and omissions on it, and you can correct them on your hard copy by looking here. Cable section, here's, for example, copper oval sleeves, issue was 2902, code error, actions that were done is a 2953 instead of 52. So there you go. You can click on that. You can go cargo control. Again, it'll show you all the different sections. Sometimes it's just a code. Sometimes it's a tab on the side that was incorrect. But at least here you have an idea. I'm going to click back again. So here's the new products. What we've done here is we've highlighted these new products. And if you click on it, it'll take you to a page to give you a quick deep dive into that product. For example, here the toolboxes gives you the name, the sizings, some of the highlights here. If you go a little further down, so specifically for that product. Click back once, and here we have a couple of the other things, and then here was the bottom thing with the PDF viewer. Going to take you back up to the top of the page. And if you have a look, I'm just going to quickly show you here on the welding, for example, same kind of thing. You go to the top of here, you got a picture, and then below here, this one has a bit of a different setup because we have some quick menu here for welding. Welding has a little bit of more complexity to it, so we've done some additions here. But there's a quick reference chart. If you click on that, it'll bring you up something. So it's like nice applications. So mild steel, here's the number, here's the typical application, here's some of the sizings to it. I'm gonna drop that back out of it. We've done also in here, if you know the code, or if you know I need a 70S6 wire, where is that found? It'll give you the catalog page to take you to. Again, something to help you on. We're constantly improving the search functions and also the information that you're adding to it. And that's it. If you have any more questions, please feel free to drop us a line, either phone call, email, or text. Thanks.